how I feel when only person who can stop you is the man in the mirror. When you look down at your wrists and you see money. When you look at your shoes and you see money. When that scarf on your neck means money.
This is Zip Squad, bitch.
Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois. Yes, I've been a boss. Burberry scars, shrimp and Perry on. Living like a comet, moving amongst the stars. $100,000 sports cars, silk massage, menage a trois.
There we go. Sorry.
Whoa.
Technical difficulties from the riff.
Found
yes,
it.
boys and girls. Welcome back to the Island of Relevancy. Welcome back to the Bloodline Entertainment Network. And welcome to Top Rope Wrestling Talk. And as always, it's me, not DDP, but the greatest prediction champ in podcast history. I am your producer, your soundboard, by God extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of absolutely none. The one, the only, the notorious D-O-N. Oh, let's fucking go. And joining us, as always, on this lovely Saturday evening, afternoon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. She is the whole ass vibe, the ninth wonder of the podcasting world, because we don't treat her like a woman, but at least one of us tries really hard not to treat her like a man.
There you go. There it is.
She is the incomparable, the incredible, the one, the only Abuela Wendy.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
We lie, we cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Mamacita, we...
Hey.
I'm sorry about that. The emoji's amazing.
Right?
It's so perfect.
Awesome.
It is. It really is. And I usually have the hair in the bun too, so.
It's so cool. And no episode of Top Rope feels complete without the founder of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. He is the man, the
that
myth,
guy right there.
the biggest MJF mark you will ever meet.
Ever.
The one, the only, the high class one, Bruce.
Better than you. And you know it, I'm better than you.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See? Now, Brucey, before I give it back to you, we have a major announcement to make for the Bloodline Network, and I'm very excited about this one. I'm going to hold, I can't even hold it in, but I'm going to try. Guys, check the clip. We'll be right back. That's right, boys and girls. Yes. May 9th, Tuesday, the director's cut with my man Graydon from Bin Buster will debut. It's going to be an amazing show. I think he's doing Guardians of the Galaxy for his first review, the new movie. It's going to be awesome. Check that out. But now that's all out of the way. I'm done. I think I got nothing else.
Oh, what do you guys want to talk about?
First things first. Didn't you call him like Greg for like 2 months?
It was Grayson.
Okay.
Instead of Graydon, it was Grayson. It was one show. It was a 4-hour show, but it was one show, and I feel really bad about it.
You're never going to live it down.
No, you'll
I was
never live
drunk,
that down.
Okay.
You'll never live that down. I'll never
Sorry,
live
Graydon.
that down if no
Graydon.
one else
Graydon. We love you, dude.
does. I'm actually looking forward to that show. I'm a pretty big movie guy. I
too.
enjoy my
Me too.
movies and everything.
I
So
miss
I'm looking
That's going to
forward
be
to
fun
that.
to watch. Or
Bruce
fun
and I
to-
used to cover movies back in the day. We ain't done it in a while. I miss it.
Yeah.
You know
It's
who
been a
else I
minute.
miss? I miss my tribal chief. I miss Streets. I miss Bruce because he left.
Bruce
Oh,
just
shit.
left us. What? Okay. I guess he got
Alright.
tired of us already.
I miss the Queen of Philly, JD, Your Grace. Thank you for inviting me on Thursday, chopping it up with you. I had a ball with you and the Bloodline Brothers. And of course, after us, we will have the live watch log for Backlash with a lot of the Bloodline crew, including me at some point. I don't know if I'm going to be there at the beginning because, you know, I got this. But yeah.
That's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun show to watch.
Oh, no, it's going to be an extremely fun show to watch. And we're going to get into that as soon as Brucey gets back here.
When he returns.
What's happening,
Right,
Justin?
so-
That is the man that nicknamed me the Notorious DOM. Speaking of the man, I think he's coming.
What the hell
There he
happened?
is.
What the hell happened?
Oh, bro.
I was in the
I don't know,
middle of, I'm like reading something, and then all of a sudden I hear an echo and no one's there. I'm like, what
You just
the
dipped.
All of a sudden, he's gone.
What's
All right,
happening,
let's get back to this here. Let's take two, y'all. All right,
Let's
so
try
former
again.
WWE writer David Schilling was on In the Weeds podcast, and he goes to say, I quote, WWE is not the best place to work if you're a person of color, a woman, LGBTQ. I thought it was BTQ, but I what would I know?
Rainbow
He
Army.
also, huh?
The Rainbow Army. It
Yeah,
gets
no,
easier that way.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
No, but it's easier to just say the Rainbow Army. It encompasses
Oh.
everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not going to offend anybody. He also says,
really.
yeah, I know. He also says the old guard needs to retire for things to change. The old
Yes.
guard being Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, and Michael P.S. Hayes. That's the hardest part of working there. Those guys don't get it sometimes, and you wish they did. So basically, he's confirming everything that the
Everything we've already
fans.
known.
He's literally coming out and saying everything that we knew is true, and everything that we talked about is true. And we even noticed it in the programming when Vince was gone and Pritchard was out, and I mean Pritchard and Hayes were still there, but they weren't like high up on the food chain when
No.
Triple H was running the show, and we saw what happened with the product. It got better.
Mhm.
Vince is back. The old guard's back. Things have been mid at best.
Yeah.
My best MJF word, mid, in my opinion. Wendy,
Yes, Bruce.
what are your thoughts on it finally being known by someone that has worked there? Like, what are your thoughts and feelings on this? Like just let me have it.
Honestly, it's been known. It's been a well-known secret, is what it's been. Everybody knows it's been garbage to work there. Everybody knows if you don't meet certain categories, you're not gonna have a fun time. It's been known. Nobody's done or said anything. Finally, someone speaks up about it, but it's taken way too long for something to. And just because they're talking about it, it leaves me wondering what's going to happen. Will we see the improvements? Will it be something that'll get better on a surface level to appease the image, and deep down inside it'll be still ugly? Have to wait and see. I find that I say that a lot in wrestling. Wait and see. I do hope that something comes of this, though, because it is time for a change. I mean, it's gotten ridiculous. Some of these storylines, they feel stale because of the stereotypes they play to.
Okay, so do you think they're just going to put lipstick on a pig and try to make it look like everything's okay now?
I hope they don't. I hope they actually make the improvements that are needed.
Yes, I mean,
Mhm.
I do agree. I wholeheartedly agree that those changes need to be made. And, I feel like everyone thought everything changed when Kofi won the WWE championship. That was supposed to be the sign of change.
Yes.
But it definitely sounds like it hasn't changed at all. It
Mm-hmm.
was it was just putting lipstick on a pig, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dom, what do you think about them actually finally being put on blast by someone legit?
Well, I kind of agree with Grandma Wendy too, where it's like, is anybody really shocked from this? Like, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I've said something along the lines of this in the 3 or 4 years we've been doing this show. I think everybody here has. I'm sure some people in our live chat have probably thought it or said it in conversation with another wrestling fan. It's finally out there from somebody who actually
Works there.
experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's yeah, could you sit here and say, well, the guy got fired, so of course maybe he's sour about the whole situation and he just wants to bitch. Yeah, sure. But this is not news. This is just it's not news. It's more like I knew it news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I
It's open secrets.
and as far as WWE goes, it feels like, the more things change, the more they stay the same. We've had some things improve in WWE. Pay-per-view formats are better, but the change we were looking for has not happened, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
We're slowly getting to that point, and I'm hoping that things continue to change going forward, because even now shit's a little complicated. Like, I'm watching SmackDown last night, and they announced they're gonna have World Heavyweight Title tournament matches
Yeah.
on SmackDown.
Uh-huh.
The belt is on Raw.
No, it's wrestlers from both brands are
No, I
competing
know,
for
but
the
the
title.
belt itself is supposed to be on Raw
Be
because
for
the
Raw.
champ is on SmackDown. But they're having matches on SmackDown for a Raw title. That doesn't
It's
make any
okay.
damn sense. Like, oh, we got to cram everything in before Night of Champions. Sorry, guys.
Oh, because you know what's gonna happen?
Mm.
Solo's gonna win the title, or Roman's gonna win the title.
That's to me. Like, then what? Do they
I
go
can
to
see
Raw?
that.
Even if somebody from let's say fuck Solo, fuck Roman. Let's say they're not even in it. Even if somebody from SmackDown, Bobby Lashley, wins the world title,
That
does
means he
he
goes
now
back to Raw.
move back
Uh-huh.
to Raw?
Yeah.
Like,
That
that
would be
doesn't
my
make any
guess.
fucking sense. What was the fucking point of the draft last week?
I
Like,
agree.
so as much as we want things to change, and as much has changed, the more things change, the more they stay the fucking same. And a lot of that reason is because of guys like P.S. Hayes, because of guys like Bruce Pritchard. Like, yeah, at one point, you motherfuckers were amazing. That point is long gone. Same can be said for Vince. I'm sorry. I mean, business-wise, he's got a great mind, but your ideas, your creativity, your whatever peaked in like 2000. Go home.
Look, not to get biblical, but even Moses walked the desert for 40 years for a reason, to kill off the old guard who still remembered the old ways. We've been through this desert long enough. Can we just kill off the old guard already, put them on the iceberg and send them off, be done with it, and breathe fresh air into the company?
Yeah. I mean, even Justin's sitting here saying like the product all around just feels really stale, especially when you have one storyline that overpowers everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even that itself has dipped in quality massively. Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's a great story. I enjoyed it, but eventually you got to come up with something else. Eventually the story gets old, man. It's like when I'm reading my kid a bedtime story. He doesn't want the same fucking story every night. He's like, "Yo, daddy, good night moon again. Come on, man. What the fuck?
Get something else.
It's been like 6 months. Can we get anything else? You could read the
Can
back
I
of the
get green eggs and ham?
bottle.
God damn it!
Right? Like anything. A little hop on pop action. Just come on.
Can I get the cat in the hat one time, daddy? Please. I'm sick of this shit. The more things change, the more they stay the same, and it's because of the people in the back. I don't know if it's Vince, but guys like P.S. Hayes, guys like Pritchard, guys who are pivotal in the production of weekly television are still doing what they've always done, regardless of what Triple H tries to change. And eventually something there is going to give.
And
And I'm
what
hoping it
drives
ain't going to
me
be the game. Let's put it that way.
what drives me crazy is it's not just old guard, but when it's people not willing to let go of the old ways. Because I've encountered plenty of older, mature people who are willing and able to change. But when you're old and stubborn and unwilling to change,
Yeah.
then you just need to die off already. Like just go away.
Yeah, I mean, Street
I
says, you know, I'm a
agree, you know.
casual fan because it got so annoying and didn't make any sense that coming back for Rumble Mania and SummerSlam was the only way I could stomach it. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
pretty
don't.
much.
You know, like a lot of times you will see me watching something and people were like, "So, did you enjoy it?" I'm like, well, then why'd you watch it? Because I have to cover it.
Yeah.
I don't have much of a choice in that regard.
You know,
Yeah.
so, not all the time. Sometimes it's really fun to sit down and watch, especially when we do a watch along like we're doing tonight. Even if the show sucks, it's fun to be a part of that. But there are some times over 3 going on 4 years of doing this shit that I watch a show literally because I have to, because I'm going to be here. And I don't want to
pretty
sound like a
much.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. So let's move on. Let's talk our little bit of Dynamite and AEW that we're going to get to in this show, and then we're going to get to the main event, and we're going to break down every match on the Backlash card and preview it and give our thoughts and our feelings and all the warm fuzziness that comes with. Is it still called WrestleMania Backlash?
No, it's just Backlash now.
It's just
No more
Backlash.
WrestleMania.
It's just Backlash.
Yeah.
Because this ain't WrestleMania rematch. This is a whole other card, which I've actually.
It's a whole new card.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
whole ass. Thing.
Okay. But anyways,
Anywho,
so
that's coming.
AEW recently released a new Britt Baker t-shirt. Now, as an AEW fan, and you know it even says it in the tweet where I got the picture. It says if WWE sold this shirt, let me break the shirt down. The shirt is a picture of Britt Baker with her hair over half her face with a black eye after she got beat down by the Outcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
if you watch Dynamite, she ripped it off of Jericho. He was wearing it in the segment.
Yeah, Jericho wore it when he came out to confront Adam Cole, which I'm actually enjoying that feud low key.
Right.
Oh yeah.
If WWE sold this shirt, I would say it glorifies physical abuse and violence towards women, but it's AEW, so yay. Now, I can see where this would come in, because if I was to wear that shirt and I was to walk through the mall and I ran into 95 people and 5 of them were wrestling fans and 90 of them weren't, 5 of them would know what that shirt is and 90 of them would criticize me and probably make a very big judgment on showing abuse to women, you know. I can definitely see where that comes in, and I could see where some people are upset about it, but at the same time, Britt's like, when I released the t-shirt of me with my face covered in blood from the Thunder Rosa match, everyone went friggin' nuts about it.
Everybody bought it.
And now everyone's criticizing this one. So it's like, I can see both sides. Would I buy this shirt? Maybe I would buy it, but I don't know if I'd wear it in public. I'd wear it around my friends. I'd wear it for the show and stuff like that. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't at the end of the day. Wendy, I really want to get your thoughts on this, being a bro lady.
Are we gonna make her pretend to be a woman for this?
Yeah,
segment?
yeah. I have to pretend
Can you do
you're
that?
of
Are you
the
capable?
opposite
I can do that. I can do that. I can pretend to be a woman for a hot
Thank
minute.
you, First Lady.
Honestly, we were having a conversation earlier about this, weren't we? And I had said that much like illegible metal band shirts are for the metal fans, these are for the wrestling fans, you know? And there's been a history of so many companies with half-naked women on their shirts or entirely nude women on their shirts. Not just wrestling, but sometimes it was just a t-shirt company. It wasn't anything. It wasn't even a band. It was nothing. It was just a t-shirt company with a nude woman on it.
Yeah.
No one gave a shit. No one really gave a shit.
That
This,
was the 90s.
That was Ed Hardy.
not even the 90s, because I remember it being the 2010s, and I had t-shirts like that.
I'm just
So,
messing with you. Well,
so
you
come on,
worked
get
at. I'm not going to
get
say
it-
where you worked back then, but
it together, Grandpa. No, because that was the early 2000s.
fuck you. Okay, I'll let you.
You can play
finish.
at that
I'm sorry
age
for
game.
Interrupting. I'm
He's
sorry for
younger than me,
interrupting.
folks.
Two can play at that age game, friend. No, because it was the early 2000s that I worked in that shop. But no, like people don't really give a shit about those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And if they know the story, if they know, and if they're curious, this is the way to start conversations. If someone gives like, oh, you're promoting violence against women, actually another woman gave her that black eye.
Yeah.
Let's be
Okay.
real. And it starts up conversations on what is wrestling, why we like it, and who we enjoy, you know? And it brings it to a more mainstream audience, really, in a weird, odd, bizarre way. It could do that, you know? But
Okay.
for people to have issues with this without knowing the story of it, just before you judge, get to know the full story. And the people that are judging are the first ones to say you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a woman by her black eye.
Okay. Okay.
Just saying.
Dom, your thoughts and feelings on the new shirt?
I mean, first and foremost, seeing a woman with a black eye and immediately assuming domestic abuse kind of says something about somebody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I see a shirt with a woman with a black eye on it. I'm like, is she a fighter? Is she, this? Is she that? Or maybe if it said something about domestic abuse, then okay, I get it. But seeing a picture of a woman with a black eye, you immediately go to domestic abuse. You might want to sit down and go over your own thought process. But the big reaction, because it happened a little bit too with like the bloody kiss T-shirt, even though they animated that one a little differently. It happened back then, and it's happened more now, where people talk about, well, if you don't know the context, then it blah, 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 blah. You see this, folks? This is known as a smartphone. It is what people from the 90s like me consider to be a pocket-sized supercomputer. If you don't know the context, look it the fuck up. Then comment. Okay? I'm not even saying think. I'm saying, okay, I see a woman on a T-shirt with a black eye, or I see Britt Baker put out this T-shirt, and I don't know why. Okay, Google it. And then look and realize, and you'll find a YouTube clip of Britt getting punched in the face by Saraya and beaten down with kendo sticks and then getting the black eye from it. You'll find social media posts about it. You'll find everything. These things are fucking amazing. Before you actually use them to go on social media and whine about not knowing the context, like blah, 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 and this and that, look it the fuck up.
I mean, consider this is one of her shirts, and it says role model.
Yes.
Role model with a bloody face.
And she caught flack for that. And you know what? All that says? It says that Britt Baker is a tough bitch. It doesn't say that she was beaten by Adam Cole. It's not promoting domestic violence. It's not doing it. It's saying, hey, this is Britt Baker. Britt Baker is tough. You might want to check
Not her only one. It's not her only one.
Right.
It's not. She capitalizes.
And you see how Grandma
on
did
all
that?
of her
She's
major injuries.
She's looking it up. It's a T-shirt, folks. It's a wrestling T-shirt. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you want to comment on it, figure out what the fuck it's about first.
All right. I got to stop for a second.
What's up?
I've got to confess. I've already confessed to Wendy, but
Uh-oh.
that friggin' douchebag Logan Paul, bro, the dude makes good fucking drinks. I'm sorry.
Oh no, not you too.
This shit's good. It's
Not
good.
you too,
I can't not say it's not good. I hate the guy. He's a douche. He's making money off me, but the shit's good.
Grandma, permission to boot him? No, I'm kidding.
The shit's good.
Honestly, permission.
And yes, you know what? I'll go with that. Happy 35th birthday, Dakota Kai.
Yes. Happy birthday, lady. Yay.
All right.
I'm so unenthusiastic. I'm sorry.
This is what I really am looking forward to talking to about with AEW.
Okay.
Can we talk about how Wembley Stadium is about to fucking sell out?
I mean,
for All In and has
it,
already surpassed ticket sales at Clash at the Castle.
60,000
Isn't it already
seats.
sold out?
Not yet, but 60,000 seats have been sold. I think I looked it up because I looked it up, and Wembley can hold a capacity of up to 100,000 people. But they've sold 60% of tickets in pre-sales, and there's not one match on that card. Not one.
Not a single one.
Nothing. They just
Nothing.
announced it's coming. There's nothing.
Mm-mm.
They haven't even got the double or nothing yet. They just started. They just put the tickets out there. This was all pre-sale for a card that is non-existent.
Yeah. The only thing that truly is goading me about this and like kind of making me mad is that this is not going to be aired as a pay-per-view. All In is not going to be aired as a pay-per-view. It is going to be basically a glorified house show.
Okay.
Unless they get that the new deal that is supposed to be going down where AEW pay-per-views and content will be now viewed on what used to be HBO Max, which will be called Max. Basically it'll be their streaming platform. But yeah, as of right now, it is not a pay-per-view because the following week after All In is All Out.
Oh, that's
It's the
right.
following week. So they don't want to charge 2 pay-per-views in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they
That's
don't wanna
fair.
essentially, they don't want to charge you like $100 in 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're giving you one so that you'll pretty much pay for the other.
Yeah. All right,
that
Dom.
makes sense.
Dom, I know you had a whole bunch you said you wanted to talk about this Wembley. You said you had a few points that you definitely wanted to hit. So the next 15 minutes is yours.
Oh, wow.
No,
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not 15 minutes. Please, dear God, not 15 minutes.
Well, you know, I did bring up a lot of it already with the seating and that type of stuff. I think it's amazing that, you know, they got that much of the house filled and they don't even have a match yet. So I don't know if I congratulate AEW for that, but shout out to the British fans. You fucking guys. You are the MVP. You're just like,
Honestly.
oh, they're coming, I'm going. And you know, I do know that, you know, that again, you have these people like, well, you know, resellers buy a lot of those and scalpers and yeah, they do that with WWE shows too. Every show has resellers and scalpers and every other fucking thing. Why are we calling AEW out for this?
Everything you can possibly resell has a reseller. iPhones, the amount of resellers, it's not even funny.
Yeah, everything has it. Everything. Yeah, it really is unbelievable, Justin. It really is. It's a great achievement. I love this guy. He and I, we're like.
I
was just about to say. I think during this time, during the announcements, we had like good. We had good Tony, and then we had bad Tony that we're always talking about getting off of social media altogether.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Because, you know, of course, he thanked the fans and he did all that, and that's wonderful. And then somebody brought up that, oh, you know, so many, you know, 40, 60,000 seats, blah, 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 this and that. He came back in the tweet with, you know, lies.
It's only scaled for 40,000 tickets.
Wembley is scaled for well beyond that, folks. I got to tell you right now, any soccer hooligan in England will tell you the same, because they'll do 100,000 for a match there.
Yep.
So, and Peter will back me up on that. But, you know, he said it was scaled for 40,000 and Tony said lies, yada, yada, yada. And then he started popping off about going back to Nick Khan and all this shit. And
tell your agent, Nick Khan, to shove it up his ass is his
Yes,
direct
that's what
quote
he
from
said.
Tony Khan. I have the tweet right in front of me.
So again, I looked the guy up. Turns out he's a local broadcaster for ESPN New Jersey. I don't think he has anything to do with Nick Khan, y'all. Tony just took it and ran with it, and it's like Tony.
That's the promoter. That's the wrestling promoter version of your mom's a hoe.
Pretty much.
Hey, Juggernaut, what's happening? Right? Like, whoa, your mama's a hoe.
Your mom's a hoe.
I'm going home. Tony, no, boo, no. No, like you built up such good shit here with the ticket sales and and some of the television lately and all this stuff. Like, don't be that guy now.
I
Don't
mean,
do that.
I'm not going to defend it, but I will say I understand, like, getting to that point
Mhm.
where you're so frustrated with the bullshit that you're like, you know what, your mom's a hoe.
Pretty
I
much.
said it.
Yeah, but like you and I can get frustrated and say Tony's in charge of a huge fucking company.
But he's also a person. Like, he's human. You're
Yeah.
bound to get frustrated.
Oh, I know.
So-
That's like saying Vince McMahon is human. We know he ain't.
Yeah, but Vince
So,
Vince
I
doesn't
wanna-
have a Twitter.
I want
Oh,
to
thank
add
God,
another.
'cause-
I want to add another layer to this AEW massive ticket sales at Wembley Arena.
Add it. What's up?
WWE, in my opinion, my thought, the way I see it, is having Money in the Bank at the O2 Arena.
Right.
That's been announced
in July.
for
Yeah.
over a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It was announced last year.
Mm-hmm.
AEW makes massive ticket sales, and all of a sudden, WWE announces Roman Reigns will wrestle at Money in the Bank. So, in my eyes, in my process when seeing that is AEW is going to sell out Wembley Arena without announcing a single wrestler.
Not a single
Without
thing.
a single
They've gotten close
wrestler.
already.
And WWE had to pull their ace out to
Mhm.
sell tickets.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
They literally had to play their ace card because their ticket sales weren't doing so good. And that's how I view it.
yeah. I mean, it's smart if you can get away with it. It's just, AEW, I don't know what it is about them, but their fans are just different. Like, look at
Rabbit?
maybe, but different. I'm gonna say different because ECW fans got that nickname too, and I didn't like that. We're just different. We're like Dom Mysterio. We're built differently. But AEW fans just have a different energy towards the promotion. Like, go back to when the thought, the possibility, the not even guaranteed chance of CM Punk returning. I know, Wendy. I know. I'm sorry. I have to use it though.
I get it.
Packed the United Center because they thought maybe this guy would show up for Rampage, not Dynamite. Rampage. Packed. Now, here we are today, and you see this turnout. Then, when it comes to WWE, it's like, oh, you're coming here? I might show up. And then they're like, hey, Tribal Chief. Oh, give me my tickets.
Now,
it's just a different energy. And I'm not blaming WWE for that. It's more of AEW's fault for being the way that they are. Their fans just have a different energy towards their events, especially, this is the first international event. WWE has had how many international events in the last year? 3, 4. We're about to have another.
Now, Wendy, I want you to give me your breakdown on this. Now, this is my thought process. Like, WWE's had the same style of wrestling for decades. For decades.
Yeah.
And we all know that British indie wrestling is their own style.
Yes.
And I feel that AEW's wrestling style is a lot closer to the British wrestling style that they watch on a daily basis. Do you think their styles being so similar is what's helping them sell their tickets because the British fans can really relate to the style? Or do you just think it's because it's their first time in town?
I think it's the novelty of it. Like, it's being something so new, and after having seen, it's like eating the same thing every single night for dinner, chicken and rice, and all of a sudden your mom's like, I made meatloaf. You're like, oh shit, what?
Oh shit, meatloaf. Right? Like,
It's not.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. It's not that it's not just the similarities. It's not just the excitement of oh, this is closer to what we know. It's something new. It's finally something new, something else, and it's not something that they have to worry is going to get bought out by WWE. Much like when they had, is it Progress?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, like they
But
had
They're not
something,
affiliated yet anymore.
but they had something.
Mhm.
It got taken away, and it wasn't returned like it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's a bit of that, I think, also.
And if you remember at the beginning of all, we began at practically the same time that AEW did.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And if you remember back then, I made the analogy of like, because we all love the movie Friday. It's in our group rules on Facebook. I made the analogy that like, imagine you walk out of your house one day, you look across the street, and Miss Parker has moved in. And she's in her Daisy Dukes and her tied up shit, and she's all sweaty in the summer doing her gardening with a hose. You're just like, damn, right? And for a while, you're gonna stand around and gawk. You're gonna flock to that because it's Miss Parker, damn. But then after a while, when you see it all the time, your wife gives you dirty looks, and you start fighting with her over it and everything else. You're like, fuck Miss Parker, man. British fans are now getting the new Miss Parker in AEW. We got that already, and we were sick of the original Miss Parker, which was WWE. Like, oh, for God's sake, you've been how long you been in this neighborhood? 60 years.
Like, girl, I seen you bent over too many times. I don't care no more.
You're all old.
no
Put a
fun.
towel, put a blanket on it.
Go put on a snuggie. Get the fuck up out my face.
I'm done.
Put on some sweats.
AEW was the new
Anything, I'm
shiny.
done.
It was the original Miss Parker from Friday, and so like we looked at it, we were like, damn. Now British people are getting their chance to go to it live for the very first time. WWE has been there. I don't know how many times. I mean, shit. How long ago was SummerSlam in Wembley? You know.
Yeah.
What was that,
Honestly.
like 92?
Yes.
Weren't they just
So,
there
you
for
know-
Clash of the Castle?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were just there for Clash.
They
of
were
the Castle.
Cardiff, yeah. And so it's like, yeah, we know you come here. We get it. You're here. Great. Oh, AEW? I've never been to AEW. I got to get tickets to that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a
So-
different feel, like I said.
So we're gonna finish up our AEW talk with something new that I'm gonna call the AEW free for all, where we each get to talk about something about either Dynamite, Rampage, or whatever that, and just whatever you guys want to talk about or whatever segment you saw that you want to bring up. So we'll just pass it around. I'm gonna start with you, Dom.
Okay. Besides the fact that I'm still thinking about, Tony Khan and all, and I'm still wondering why the fuck he responded so illy to that tweet.
Man, I would too. I'd be like, man, Nick Khan, your mom's a hoe.
Well, that's you.
Use a hoe too.
For me, it's please.
Thank you.
But moving forward, I was torn because I loved the Dynamite segment where they went to the farm and they brought Jeff Jarrett and Satin Singh and
Oh my
Sanjay
god, I died.
to help Mark Briscoe. And even Papa Briscoe was on there. I loved it. I laughed, everything else. But at the end of it, I thought to myself, did it have to take this much to get these guys at their farm on that fucking network? Did it have to take Jay Briscoe dying? Was it really necessary? Because we've come on here and we've talked about, prior talked about the Briscoes being, tremendous tag team, need to be on TNT, had their problems, made up for it, give them a chance, and none of that would sway anybody. It really had to take Jay Briscoe to die to have that segment on Dynamite?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, that feels like a lot.
Yeah. It does.
It was a good show, and it was a great segment. I enjoyed the shit out of it, but at the end of it, I was left with this like weird feeling in the pit of my stomach that like this is what it took to have this.
Yeah. No. My thing, man. Yeah, it does suck that it took what it did to get to see this on national TV, but I don't know. Like, I guess Mark's was always like the comedy act of the two, I guess you could say. Not really a comedy act, but he was the funny one, and Jay was always the serious, I'm gonna beat the piss out of you. But I don't know. I don't know if I liked how they portrayed the farm on the first time showing it on TV with Sanjay and Satnam and them fucking.
You didn't like
dancing
Sanjay in the overalls? I was
No,
dying.
no,
I want to know where they got overalls big enough for Satnam Singh.
no.
They had to be made.
They should have introduced it in a match, just like he had with his brother. You know,
it wouldn't even be there if it weren't for what happened to Jay.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, hey, Courtney. I love the queen of extreme of podcasting. Shout out to her at Off the Top Ropes. I love that girl's amazing. CC Connection for life.
Wendy,
First,
what's your dynamite free for all?
I'm gonna have to file a complaint about Wardlow.
Uh oh.
Wow.
Oh my God. Listen, your fandom is going down very slowly because I would never criticize MJF and like, yeah.
But MJF is not pinning people in a very questionable position.
Okay.
This singlet. What is the shrinking singlet?
I thought you'd enjoy.
I thought you would enjoy that.
When it was a one-off, I was like, oh, maybe it's just a one-time thing, you know, like, oh, it got a little too small. But it's getting to be a little bit much at this point. Like, I'm like, my guy, like, I get that you're all, you know, ooh, I'm a sex symbol, great and all, but it's a little weird at this point. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like,
stop lying.
No, it's a little awkward. The way he pins them. The way he pins them. I'm just like, that's a little cringy. Just a little, just pull a leg over or something. Or like, I don't know. It's just bizarre for me. No, you cannot file a complaint against Dr. Britt Baker.
No.
Actually,
I want to know what your complaint is.
Now I'm curious. Now I need to know. Bring her on. Bring her on. We need to know.
Yes. This is.
I'm sure she'll type it. Brucey, what's your complaint?
I don't have a complaint. I kind of do because
you created the segment. You ain't got one?
Sammy's a piece of shit. Sammy Guevara is a piece of shit. He totally fucked over.
He was gonna leave his wife there, like just to hop into a car. He was gonna hop sweaty and gross into the car. Yeah. No wonder MJF was like, no.
Yeah, no. And
then he screws him over.
Dynamite. He just super kicks him and. The money you were gonna make, Sammy, it was going to change your and Ty's life forever. You would never have to step foot in a fucking ring again. But no, you had to
go and do that.
Off your ass and super kick MJF, you piece of shit.
That is the most unshocking complaint of all time. Brought to you by Top Rope Wrestling Talk and the Bloodline Network.
Did you see what MJF posted on his Insta? He posted the clip of him slapping Sammy and the caption, "My only regret, I should have slapped him harder." I agree.
Spanish God. I don't know what y'all are.
I agree.
Well, since we're in our groove, let's get on to the main event. Let's talk about the pay-per-view that is going down in roughly an hour. 1 hour Backlash.
Yeah, we're about an hour away from the watch along now, boys and girls.
And directly after this show is done on the Bloodline Entertainment Network, the Bloodline family will be together right here on this YouTube channel, this Twitch channel, and everywhere else you can see us. All the guys will be together, and they will be doing a live watch along for WWE Backlash. So make sure you guys stay on board and check them out right after this. Let's go into this. I'll
definitely make an appearance. I don't know if I'll be there right off the jump because it depends on when this wraps up. I got things to do in between.
So I've got a couple questions about this card.
Issues with my. There we go. No, I hit something.
You are an issue.
I am an issue and a half. I pressed something and then Siri came on and I'm like, no, Siri, shut up. No one's talking to you.
Fuck you, Siri.
What was the question again?
Yeah, I was working on getting there. So there's a couple things in here that I'm just kind of like, I guess I missed it, and I'm like, why did this happen?
Uh-huh.
So the first match we're gonna talk about is my what the fuck match of this pay-per-view. Seth Rollins versus Omos. Okay, so let me get this straight. Omos is supposed to be so good that he doesn't get drafted and he's a free agent.
Yes.
I'm sorry. When are they going to give up on this guy? Because here's the thing. Omos is supposed to be this giant monster in WWE. Let me tell you what. He does not stack up with Braun Strowman. He does not stack up against Drew McIntyre, Walter, or Sheamus. He'll never be what they want him to be. When are they going to cut ties with this fucking guy and say, go play basketball or something? Like, I don't know.
Here's the thing about it, though. It's like, I don't mind Omos, but what the fuck are you doing with him? You go from, he's fighting Brock Lesnar randomly at WrestleMania with this much build, to he's fighting Seth Rollins at Backlash with no build whatsoever. Like, I watched Raw. Seth Rollins was on it. Omos was on it. Never did the two interact. I don't think they've been on screen together since this match got booked, and it made me feel like when somebody put up something about it, like maybe in one of our Facebook group, maybe in our Facebook group, I was like, "Oh, this has got to be a joke, right? Like, no way is this fucking happening."
Yeah,
we are. It's fucking happening, and why?
Yeah,
I just looked up his win-loss record.
Who, Omos?
Yeah.
I think at pay-per-views he's literally 1-8.
It says he's won like 4 matches. He's lost 10.
Zero story. Yeah, exactly. Not a damn thing. We're just doing this, and I don't know why we're doing this. So I'm just gonna say Seth Rollins and move on because I don't feel like putting any time into it if WWE doesn't.
Absolutely, and I just don't know. Out of all the wrestlers that they could have picked, why would they do it to their hottest fucking wrestler in Seth Rollins, the guy that has freaking put this company on his back for the last 8 years?
I have one reason. So they can add another Slayer to his list. He'll now be
That's
a Giant
fine.
Slayer.
I'll
He was a
take
Beast
it.
Slayer and a King Slayer. He's going to become a Giant Slayer. He's going to be like Jack, the real life Jack from Jack and the Magic Beanstalk.
I'll
He's
take
going to
it.
chop this motherfucker down like the Beanstalk. Blam!
I'll take it. I hope it's a low blow and 3 curb stomps and over.
It sounds
Seth
like
Rollins
Vince is still
for the
at
win.
large.
It
Vince
does.
is on the loose.
Does
Wendy?
Vince get one match? I don't understand.
What are your thoughts and feelings on this amazing match?
It feels almost like they're just doing it to have Omos on camera. Like, don't forget, we got this guy here still. You know, what does it say? Didn't come up with
It's
some
a
stupid
surprise
nonsensical story like
WWE.
Rollins took the last bag with cream cheese at catering and Omos wanted it. You know what? That would have been a
Exactly.
better storyline. That still would have been a
I
better
would be a
storyline.
little more
We got.
invested.
That's why I'm
What
like,
kind
are
of
we
bagel was
still-
it though?
It was an everything bagel.
Okay.
Oh, and everything bagel, I fuck him up.
I'm fighting. I'm fighting over
Yep.
that.
Oh yeah, we fighting for that bagel.
Everything.
It was an everything
on a
bagel
pole match.
with chive cream cheese.
Oh
on a pole
shit.
match.
Shit,
Yes.
where's my kendo stick? We're going.
I would have been
extreme. Fuck
invested.
this.
Would have been so invested in that.
It would have been so
1,000%.
much better than what we got. I don't
Would have made more
understand.
sense.
Zero. None.
It's
Okay.
negative buildup. Negative buildup. I don't even care.
So
Thank you for that, Justin. I needed a
let's-
good laugh too.
let's move on to this United States Championship match. Now, I look at this. I know Austin Theory's coming out on top. He's not.
Sorry.
Everything
Everything
bagel
bagel
blood.
equals
Yes.
blood.
Yes.
Yeah, it
It is
is.
1,000%.
decided.
1,000%.
Decided. So by looking at this, I feel like they're gonna try to make Austin Theory, and I really think they are in the process of it and trying to make Austin Theory the next John Cena. And I don't know. I feel like they're putting him in a match with these two giant behemoth monsters with him going over. it better be like Lashley hitting his finisher on Reed, and then he pulls Lashley off and pins Reed. He can't be out there doing the A-Town down to these guys, you know.
No, this is going to be one of those matches because, like, Bobby and Bronson Reed have some unfinished business after that match on Raw where they both got counted out. So they've been trying to fuck each other up. Theory just stuck his nose in it. So I'm thinking it's going to be one way or the other. Like, you know, Lashley hits Bronson Reed with a spear, or Reed comes off top rope on Lashley, and Austin Theory just comes over, grabs whoever pulled the move, throws them out of the ring, covers the guy that got waylaid, gets the 3 count, runs the fuck out with his belt, and that's that.
And leaves it too. That's honestly the only logical way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could have Lashley win because he's on SmackDown, but I'm pretty sure Bronson went to Raw now, or stayed on Raw now.
But he's in the match.
But he's in the match because the roster
match was before the draft
until Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, TK.
Timmy King, what's up, buddy?
The banger of podcasting, boys and girls. You may see him later. I don't know. He's had some things going on. Happy birthday to your son, too, by the way. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Good to know. Happy birthday to the little guy.
So, before
Happy birthday, little king.
Before... I guess when I first saw it, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? But then like I took a different approach and looked at it like as a good thing because Io Sky and Zelina Vega are both getting title matches. So that's a good thing for WWE. But at the same time, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, it's their standing on the card. It's not them as wrestlers. It's them as a card, where they stand on the card. So let's talk about this. Still Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Wendy, give me your thoughts.
I'm actually kind of excited. Io Sky is really awesome, and she does wild ass things, man. She's just like, you know what? I'm gonna throw myself off the part of the stage, and just where I land. You know,
I'm gonna moonsault off the Titantron.
I'm just gonna do it because I can. You know,
I'm gonna go up in the balcony like I'm New Jack, but I'm gonna pull a pretty moonsault.
Oh, she did. She did it off the house in your house.
In your house
against Charlotte and Rhea.
Yeah. Yep. And she does it blindly. She doesn't really look where she's going. She's just like, wee.
She does it blindly and without a fuck given.
What was that? The audio that was on TikTok for a while. Me voy a matar. Wee.
Now, quick question: is Damage Control on SmackDown or Raw?
I thought they were on Raw.
SmackDown.
They got drafted to SmackDown.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Because Bayley and Michael Cole are reunited.
Bianca and Damage Control.
So
yeah, that was great when she was talking shit about Michael Cole again on Friday. I was like, oh, I missed that. But yeah, all 4 of them, Bianca and Damage Control, got drafted to SmackDown. So after this, that will be that.
Hold on. Just let's I want to rewind just a couple seconds to what you guys said
because they're all on SmackDown. I'm sorry.
Did you say Bayley is talking shit about Michael Cole?
As always.
A la Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone?
No.
Yeah. But you got to think Bayley did it first because she was on SmackDown talking trash to Michael Cole long before AEW ever started.
Yeah, but it's also more, I'm going to annoy you unless we're friends and I'm just busting your chops.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't look like friends at all.
No. Because Michael Cole like rolls his eyes hard. Like they go into the back of his head and they do a full thing. They look down his throat and then they come back up and then they see as he vomits up a little bit when Bayley comes out. And then they roll back up forward.
There was a moment where after she talked shit about him where Cole was obviously on the on commentary and I was waiting for him to be like this bitch.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. Definitely.
All right, Wendy, who do you got? Bianca or Io Sky?
I see Bianca, but I see it because Bayley gets involved somehow and costs Io Sky the win. Whether it's deliberate or not, I'm still not sure.
Okay. So
Okay.
you think damage control is going to kind of fall apart?
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Dom, thoughts and opinions?
Oh god, when it comes to this match, this is something that I have wanted since they were both in black and gold. Because they were both so amazing in NXT. I mean, they
Oh,
are
yeah.
now too, but I mean, you could see it back then, and they would fight everybody but each other. And I was like, oh my
Mhm.
god, we need these two, we need these two, we need these two, and now we're finally getting it. So I'm like, ah. And do I think Bianca's gonna win? Yes, but I'm extremely excited for the match, and this is going to be an opportunity for Io to show out on her own, which she has not gotten in WWE. This
Uh-huh.
is like Ricky Starks walking into AEW and getting a match with Cody Rhodes.
Mhm.
If you didn't know what he could do, you knew after that match. That's going to be what it does for Io going in.
Sorry.
Like she's going to shine in a loss, and it's going to make her look good, and it may end up affecting the damage control, like the damage control after the fact. But I mean, God, I thought they were done after WrestleMania. I mean, they all lost, and you thought like, okay, where do they go now? They're done. You can't do shit with them. Next thing you know, Io's in the title picture, and then Dakota and Bailey are going to be getting a tag team title shot coming up. So even if they do lose, if they put on great matches and they get the draw, like it continues their story. Whereas it looked like after they lost at Mania, it was like, well, nice knowing you. Bye.
Mhm. Yeah. I agree.
Let's see. Let me just. The most interesting thing WWE could do is have Io win and use the title as the driving factor. Oh yeah, that would be.
Basically a la Randy Orton
But
and
Yeah.
the other reason I would like for Bianca to retain is okay. So this is the elephant in the room, but I'm just going to put it out there. Bianca is on SmackDown with the Raw Women's Championship.
Mhm.
Rhea is on Raw with the SmackDown Women's
SmackDown.
Championship.
Yeah.
Do we want would you rather have a silly little handoff where they trade titles, or would you rather have a unification match at SummerSlam?
Ooh, I thought
No,
you-
they
I'm
won't
going
do it.
for option B. Okay.
I mean,
I would love a
Bianca,
unification, but I don't see
Rhea,
it happening.
SummerSlam, one women's champ.
I don't see that happening. I don't
Dang.
know. I don't know. I don't see that.
You didn't see the
I
fatal
think-
four-way happening either, but I did. So
No,
I mean, it would be awesome, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
I would love it. I'm just saying, I would love it.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't like it. I mean, it would make sense, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to happen. It's just one of those things that we all agree on and like, but we just know deep down that's not what's going to happen because they're not going to put lipstick on a pig, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. They're still trying to make Baron Corbin a thing, so they're trying to polish a turd. They could put lipstick on a
That
pig.
turd's been polished way too much, and it's still a fucking turd.
Still a turd.
It's a shiny
Bro,
turd.
they've been turtle waxing and
I'm just saying, lipstick on a
chroming
pig is
and
not outside the reality.
wiping and rubbing and tugging, and
Sometimes,
that thing's just not polished.
sometimes a turd is just a turd, and you can't do nothing with it.
I'm just saying. there's a
Omos
chance.
and Baron Corbin are two of the biggest pile of turds in WWE.
Omos is a massive pile. Let's be real.
Mhm.
That's a
A 7-foot
7-foot pile.
pie.
400-pound pile.
Yes, I agree. All right, let's move on to the next women's title match. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. Okay, here's my thought process. Rhea Ripley is going to fucking destroy this poor woman as bad as I don't want to see it, because Zelina Vega is a hidden treasure in the wrestling ring for WWE, and they
Absolutely.
just don't seem to understand that. This woman can wrestle.
Yes.
She can literally be the Rey Mysterio of the women's division if WWE let it happen.
Minus the plastic knees.
Yes,
Well,
minus
yes,
the plastic knees
yes.
and a
And
lot
much
better
better
looking.
abs too. Have you seen that? God damn, woman! Wow.
Washboard, man. She
Yeah.
doesn't have a washing machine. She just uses.
Shout out to the Bloodline Network while we're on it.
Yes.
Gotta be,
Our own
gotta be-
network's talking to us.
gotta be Devin getting ready for the live stream. What's good?
Absolutely.
That's
We
what's
plugged
up.
it and plugged it and plugged it, Devin. We got you.
We did. We did.
Coming up after this again, right here.
after.
Stay tuned.
Right after.
Don't go nowhere. Get a
Stay
drink.
here.
come
You'll
back.
see it.
All right. So Dom, what do you got? Rhea Ripley,
it's Nick.
Zelina Vega. Oh, it was Nick.
Okay.
Oh,
What's good,
hi.
Nick? Yeah, buddy.
Good, Nick.
So good.
First and foremost, I gotta say, I love Zelina Vega, and I've loved her for a long time. Like if I could, I'd yell out to my wife in the living room, "Hey, go get me Rosita." And those of you that don't know, Zelina Vega, when she was in Impact a billion years ago, was named Rosita. And
LAX.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
my very young little psycho fell in love with her and named one of his stuffed animals after her.
That is funny.
So all I'd have to do is come out and yell at my wife, "Baby, bring me Rosita," and she'd hand me a stuffed lemur that he named. So I've watched her forever. She's come such a long way. I think this is the perfect moment for her in Puerto Rico. Obviously, for all the reasons like she is and yada yada yada. But think about it, Zelina Vega in her career. She's currently in the LWO. She was also a member of LAX. Who else do you want representing Latinas in Puerto Rico? It's perfect. Do I think she's going to lose? Yes. Do I think she's going to put on a hell of a show? Yes.
Hell
Do I
yeah.
think the crowd is going to eat up everything that she does? Absolutely. They popped for her just coming out like she had won the title already. Like that crowd in San Juan on Friday was live, man. Even if the show sucks, the crowd is going to keep you pumped tonight. I guarantee that much. And I would hope this leads to more with Zelina going forward. Because I know, I mean, God, she's supposed to be the only and defending queen of the ring, and all she got for that was a shitty British accent. Can we do something with Zelina Vega after this, please?
Yeah, what's with every time
a queen has to have a British accent?
Yes.
Charmel, Zelina, you know.
Yes.
The only one that doesn't get it, is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
She can be the queen and still say woo and not have to hold the pinky up or none of that shit.
That's the old guard. That's the old guard that's like, only royals existed in England. There was no royals in any other culture.
Yeah.
Right.
Aztec kings weren't a thing.
Right.
Wendy,
Right.
who do you got?
Bruce.
Who do you got?
I think this is going to be a damn good match. I don't think it's going to be a squash match. I definitely think Zelina's going to give Rhea a run for her money. And she's just going to show her who the hell she is. She's going to show up and show out, but I don't see her winning it. I see Rhea getting the win somehow.
I agree with both of you. You know,
I mean,
Ripley's she just won the fucking title.
Rhea just won the damn belt. Exactly. She's not going to give it up here, but it's going to be so cool.
they're not going to do Rhea Ripley like they did Sasha Banks, where she'd win the title and then the next night she'd defend it and lose
drop it
5 times.
5 times, yep.
Until she leaves the company.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know that.
All right.
Wrong. Not wrong.
Let's talk about this street fight that's going to happen in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and a match that I feel is not the match that should be happening. It should be Bad Bunny versus Dominic Mysterio. But instead, we are getting Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny. Oh, Bad Bunny's totally going over. And Wendy is
1,000%.
giddy. Wendy is giddy right now.
I'm just excited that it's a street match, that it's going to be wild and crazy. It's going to be, oh my God.
I don't know how
that
wild
arena,
and crazy. It's WWE, not AEW.
It's Puerto Rico. That arena's going to explode.
I mean,
cannot
I'm
wait
talking
to see
about
audience.
the street fight being crazy.
I kind
The
of
arena's gonna be crazy.
For a WWE match, I hope that it gets wild and crazy. And not AEW wild and crazy because I'm realistic. Hey,
What up,
it's
DJ?
my DJ. Hey, DJ.
He's teething, so he might not talk right now. But he ran in to say hi when he heard me talking about Rosita.
Of course.
He got all excited.
But I definitely think it's going to be a great match. Bunny's going to win it. He's in Puerto Rico. He's a man there. Of course he's going to win it.
There you go. Say hi to you, Wendy.
Hi, buddy.
To you, Wendy. There you go. Say hi, Uncle Bruce.
Hi, Ruby.
What's up, buddy?
All right, go see Mama. I love you, dude. I'll be out soon. Oh, what? Oh, you gotta come back? Okay. He's stealing the show, folks.
Best guest spot ever. The other reason, Wendy, that I don't think it's going to get too crazy and out of hand like we really want to see a Puerto Rican street fight is because Bad Bunny's in the match. Will we see Bad Bunny do a high spot where he jumps off something?
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to do something wild.
Absolutely. But as far as seeing him get hit with thumbtacks and kendo sticks, I know.
Oh, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
I see him hitting Damian Priest.
Yes.
No, Nick. I said she could be that version in the women's division.
She could be.
Being the small
Sorry, guys.
Latin wrestler in the division. Come on, man.
Did
Same
you see them
page,
together
bro.
on Friday? They were the same fucking
Going back to
size.
Selena for a second. I was thinking about this the other day. What makes Selena Vega more believable than Riho? And it's the musculature. Because it's I could buy Selena Vega doing a Canadian Destroyer on someone Nyla Rose's size, for example. I could see her taking on someone big like that. I could see her going up against the Jade Cargills of the world and believing it. But Riho, I'm like, girl,
because she
you
looks like a
expect me to
child.
believe it.
Go back to elementary school.
And I understand, different people's bodies react differently. Some people put on the muscles, some people don't, whatever. But I still can't believe it for Riho. I just cannot.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents on that. Back to Bad Bunny.
All right, Dom. Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, Puerto Rican street fight. That's not going to be a real Puerto Rican street fight.
Are you kidding? They're only calling it a street fight because they can't call it deathmatch. They're too family friendly. But I'm again. This is another match I'm excited for. Like, two guys from the area. It's gonna be cool.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, Mom! Holy shit!
Holy
Guest
shit!
spots everywhere.
You just missed your
Wait,
grandson.
give me one moment.
You just missed your grandson. He was just here.
We're gonna take off the headphones.
Okay.
Can you still hear us?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Absolutely.
if that's Grandma Wendy,
Here
then
we
we
go.
would
Yeah,
have great Grandma Wendy.
We can hear you.
Hi.
I have to get. I'm good. I have to get Morgan down.
Good. How are you, Ma?
Wait. First, let me. You are a bad boy, so you are a good boy.
Oh no,
I'm
we're always good.
I'm good. Don't break out the chocolate. I'm good.
We need to be a bad boy because the good boy is boring. But for tonight, I want a bad bunny giving the madre because I hate
Bad Bunny.
Mom's just antagonizing me now. She wants Bad Bunny's ass to get beat.
I'm picking Bad Bunny.
Shit.
So
Oh shit!
I'm over
I
here like
actually,
he's gonna win. She's like beat his
I'm
ass.
with you. I want to see Bad Bunny get his ass beat, but it's probably not gonna happen because it's Bad Bunny and he's a celebrity. He's probably gonna get the win with the help from probably Ray, but I would like to see him get his ass beat and lose, just like that piece of shit Logan Paul.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you.
I'm with you. I hope Bad Bunny wins. I mean, people talk, Damian Priest, blah. Okay, he's like the fourth member of the Judgment Day. Bad Bunny's kind of a big deal there, and he's
actually the original.
Going to get the win.
He was
He's
the original.
he's the OG.
Damian Priest was the first
And now he's
one.
the
He's
fourth
the OG.
member. Everybody
And
talks about Rhea kicking ass and Boo's Dom and Finn's 14 staples and Damian Priest are like, oh, he's there.
Yeah.
That 7-foot giant.
Okay, guys. Nice.
Bye. Thanks for coming
It was
on.
so good to see you,
Take
Ma.
care.
Thanks, Mom.
Love you.
And let's go to enjoy tonight by
Yes.
my wishes can give it.
If we were there, she'd be jumping over the barrier.
Oh, she jumped the guardrail.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely.
She's saying if we were there, she'd be getting in the ring, fighting Bad
hell
Bunny
yeah.
herself.
Honestly thought I did think it was going to be Ray and Bunny versus like Dom and Priest at first, but I guess they just decided to go with this, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because Bad Bunny can wrestle, and I can actually stand him as opposed to the other celebrity that does it for clicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So-
apparently makes a good drink that I'll never try.
Wait, speaking of, real quick, if I can just real quick. So Damian Priest and Dominic were on the podcast of this. I think he's a comedian down in Puerto Rico, Chente y Drac. I'll put it's all in Spanish, but Chente was saying when Damian Priest came in, he was like, I felt very threatened because that's a 7-foot motherfucker, and I was like, the hell's he gonna do to me? I did not feel safe. I wanted to call the police.
Right.
And then when he had Dominic Mysterio on there, he was like, apparently they went to a baseball game and they introduced Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. And you know what? They did Dom dirty. They played Rey Mysterio's music for him.
Yes.
Oh, the shade. No, I do have a question for you guys because we talked about it a little bit on Thursday. Considering the circumstances, should that street fight be the main event of Backlash?
Considering
No.
I think it should.
No way. Not when you got Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar on your card. Absolutely not. Damian Priest is not a main event wrestler. He's not. He's a mid-carder.
Not when you got the Bloodline versus Owens, Reigns, and Riddle. Even that would have been a better main event.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but the way that crowd goes crazy for Bad Bunny, I'm afraid whoever has
It'll
to follow that,
probably be
they're
the
gonna be
co-main
like-
event. It'll be the co-main event, and
Most
it'll be that because of Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
They'll either come on right before the Bloodline or right after the Bloodline match, and right before Cody and Brock, which will main event.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if it was the main event, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Okay.
Because it might feel like the match after that is like a cool down for that crowd. And that's
Yeah.
not something you want live on Peacock. You know, like Cody, like let's say Cody and Brock are killing each other and the crowd's just like,
I've
Man,
seen
the
it
way
before.
PR is, PR ain't got no chill. They're gonna be loud as hell.
No, they're gonna be
yelling all
drunk
kinds of
and
shit.
rowdy and
True.
I'm just waiting for the chance because I love when the audiences get riled up and the crazy things they chant. Oh my god! I just want them to be like puñeta, puñeta. Yes, this is
You
happening.
don't know how many times watching SmackDown I wanted to like text you, be like, Grandma, what are they saying?
So let's move on down the card, or up the card, I should say, to the next match, which is in WWE terms a 6-man tag match. The Bloodline, obviously, I can see teaming up with Solo, Jimmy, and Jay. But why the fuck? This is my other what the fuck moment on this pay-per-view. Why the fuck is Matt Riddle with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Isn't there someone fucking better to put with them?
I can explain that.
I guess I totally missed it.
No, but that was a good one. It's because before the stuff with Seth Rollins, whatever, he was still salty at the Bloodline for taking out Randy Orton and costing him his shot at the world title, which he cannot go after again because Roman Reigns is still holding it.
I'd forgotten about
that. He came back with a vengeance after them because he saw there were other people who were standing up to them and actually having some success.
Yeah, no, he needs to start lower on the card after everything.
Oh, I agree. Honestly, I've said it before. I'll say it today, and I'll probably say it every time. I can't fucking stand Matt Riddle, but I can explain why he came back.
Why couldn't they put like Grayson Waller with Owens and Zayn? Because him and Solo, didn't they have something in NXT?
Yeah, I believe they did.
That's a great opportunity for Waller as well.
For Grayson Waller to basically be the NFL equivalent of Mr. Irrelevant in that draft pissed me off. He was the last pick on Talking Smack, not even on air, on Talking Smack after the fact. It's like, and Grayson Waller is coming here. It's like, really?
Well,
really?
Hey, look, at least he got drafted and he's not a free agent. Like,
very true.
The only free agent that makes sense is Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
You know
what it is?
Dolph
there's Brock
Ziggler.
Lesnar. There's Brock Lesnar, who's a free agent of his own because he'll go where he wants, do whatever he wants, and people love it. And then there's the other free agents that, nobody wants. Nobody. Nobody's taking
Nobody cares
fucking
about.
Moss. Nobody gives a shit about Dolph Ziggler. Nobody cares. I love Elias, but nobody cares.
Yeah,
Not
Elias
really.
is Vince totally screwed that fucking man when he made him Ezekiel and dropped the whole Elias gimmick the first go round. It fucked him.
Oh yeah.
There is that too. Riddle came back after Solo because Solo was the one that took him out before the rehab.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay.
put the chair. I forgot. He put the chair over his head.
right,
He did the old
all right,
Rikishi move and took him
Well-
out. So then, yeah, there is that too. Thank you,
Okay,
Justin. You slipped right out of my
enough catching
psycho
me
brain.
up on why
'Cause I
Matt
hate
Riddle
fucking
is in
Riddle.
this match. Dom, who do you got in this match?
Yeah, I think in this match, I think that KO and Sammy and Riddle will win because of some miscommunication, which will continue this eroding of the bloodline to the point where Jimmy and Jay just go bye-bye.
Do you think that's when they start their bloodline? Like the bloodline black and white?
No, I just think they go back to being themselves on their own like they were before they had to come in and save the storyline.
You got
No,
the
you're not doing
you
this
got
to me,
the-
Bruce.
you-
You're not doing this to me,
You
Bruce.
got the
No,
bloodline
no,
red and black,
no,
and then you got the
no.
bloodline black and white.
No.
Yes.
No.
Let it go.
Sweet. The
Let it go.
bloodline for life.
No.
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 Yes.
Hell to the no, to the no.
Oh.
And
No.
bloodline black
We got
and
no
white
backup this week. No.
Raw, and Rikishi comes back to be their tribal chief.
Then they might as well be the Samoan
to
dynasty.
to be Jay's wise man, because Jay will be the tribal chief of the
That
black
part
and
I
white
would dig.
brand.
But then we'd have this weird Ray Dom thing with like Big Quiche and Solo. I don't need two of those at the same time.
But here's no, because they'll be on two separate brands because the Usos will get traded to Raw in some amazing stupid fucking deal to separate them from the black and red bloodline, and then that way the
Usos for Cody
WWE
so we can go after Roman.
and the WWE can be WWE / Bloodline Entertainment Network. You like it?
And then
You like
we're
where I went
rich
with that?
because we already trademarked the shit. So fuck you, pay me. I love it, Brucey. I'm passing it along to the higher ups. Ivan Devin, get on it.
I hate that it makes sense. Fuck you.
It makes
we
sense,
may
but
not
still,
get the
no,
actual
no.
NWO shirts, but we'll have a black and red.
Do I need to
And
do it?
then at Blood and Guts at Survivor Series, we can have Bloodline Black and White versus Bloodline Red and Black.
Brucey.
In a
Brucey.
War
Lord
Games
Jesus,
match
give me
Bruce.
patience.
for Bloodline Supremacy.
Hell to the no.
Thank you.
What do you mean? You guys don't like that?
Hell to the no.
That answer
I
your
know.
question?
He was so laughing. Oh
I
my
seriously, I tried to stay like straight that whole time.
I know someone out there is going to agree with me.
Oh,
I know
1,000%. They're gonna
Devin
be
will
so
because
serious
the
about
more
it.
of the bloodline in WWE, the happier the man's gonna be.
He's only happy
So-
because the tribal chief has the belts. Let's
Okay.
be real. He don't give a
So
fuck. about
yes,
the
I
belts.
am also gonna go with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle for the win to cause further tension in the bloodline, so
There
we can
you
break
go.
off and have our two factions.
There you go.
Dom,
Yeah.
Because people are even saying like, "Whoa, you know, how are you gonna have the bloodline like at each other's throats? They all got drafted to the same show." Because they're going to split each other up. They're not going to let the draft split them up. Not after all this story, not after all this time. They're not going to do that. They're too big to do that. They're going to do it themselves. So yeah, it's Kevin, it's Sammy, it's Riddle all day in this match. All fucking day.
okay. Wendy, who do you got winning? I can't remember if you said.
I don't think she did. You came to me twice.
No,
I
I think it's definitely going to be
the Canucks and Riddle.
The Canucks and Riddle. I love
The
it.
Canuckitals. It's gonna be the Canuck Bros.
Yes, that's what they should be, the Canuck Bros.
It's a gift, y'all. I'm gonna be singing that all night now. You and me both streets. You might see me on the goddamn Bloodline watch along going, hell to no. No.
I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. The LWO came back. It's gonna be the black and white, and then the black and red.
Stop.
All right, let's move
Moving on.
Let's move on to my main event. My main event that I am choosing, which will probably actually be the main event. Cody Rhodes gets destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Okay.
Yeah, I see that.
No, I do. Because I see the hard time story coming and all of this stuff. And I've got a feeling that he may even miss the championship tournament by some kayfabe injury or something. So makes it even harder for him because he couldn't be in the tournament. Yeah, I see Brock winning.
I like that. Bro KO-zania.
No.
Canuck Bros is good too. I'm just saying. I like
it. It doesn't matter.
See, you guys think like Hard Times is coming. I think Hard Times is here. Hard Times has been here since Cody.
I'm saying
out.
This is going to continue Hard Times, is what I was saying.
Hard Times have been here since he walked out for that Hell in a Cell match and took off his fucking coat. If you saw his chest, that's Hard Times. If you saw his rehab, that's Hard Times. If you saw Solo screw him out of what would have been a title reign without a shadow of a doubt, that's Hard Times. If you see Brock laying him out and pulling the Cena bullshit on Raw to Cody, that's Hard Times. This is where he starts to come back. This is where he starts to actually get back on his feet and maybe get into this World Championship tournament, and who knows from there. Who knows? It could go anywhere. He could lose it.
No, we just getting started with the hard times, brother. Because we got to put hard times on America. We got to put hard times on the son of a son of a plumber.
You could even have him lose in that final, and then have to struggle to get into like Money in the Bank to get another title opportunity. So it could still happen. But I think Cody's going to beat Brock tonight. I really do. If you watch Raw, like it seems like Brock did what he did because he might have been a little jealous. He might have felt like, I'm opening a WrestleMania that you're main eventing on you. What the fuck did you do? Because there's a lot of people that don't pay attention to Cody's story, and I guarantee you Brock Lesnar is one of them. He is not watching Being the Elite out hunting on the farm, okay? He's just not. So he didn't know what the fuck Cody was doing in the main event, and when he saw it, it pissed him off, so he took him out. And that's why last Monday, and again, what fucking world are we living in? Because Cody is being held back by 30 people and Brock is backing down a ramp dressed like the Undertaker. So there goes the Under Lesnar, and Cody is being held back. But while being held back, he's telling Brock, you don't think I earned it? Make me earn it. Make me. That's the story between these two. Brock shows up at WrestleMania, opens the match, gets his win, and then all of a sudden realizes, like, wait, Cody and Roman? When the fuck did he get back here? Like, wasn't he the Stardust Kid? Like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Why is he in the main event? And then the following night he screws him. That's the story here. And then maybe we might still get Hard Times, we might not. But it looks like Brock just looked at the kid and went, you don't deserve to be in this spot. And Cody's like, I'm gonna show you why I am. And that's
what son of a plumber.
I don't know. I just see Hard Times going until WrestleMania next year or SummerSlam.
Well, there's that, and I don't think there's a damn thing that Brock Lesnar could do to him that Brody Lee didn't do worse. So Cody's ready.
Yeah, Cody's gonna lose. Wendy?
Cody's losing.
That's it?
He's definitely losing. Yeah, that's all I got for you. He's losing.
That's all you got?
Let the hard times begin. Let the hard
times begin. No, I mean, I do agree, Dom. Like they could say Hard Times started back at Hell in a Cell. Okay, cool. Yeah.
He's been going through
I totally agree, and I totally see that. But I just see them making it go a lot longer than, you know, I definitely, you know, Do I see another match with Brock Lesnar coming? Do I see him winning at least one match? Absolutely. You know, I see him eventually beating Brock, but I just don't see it happening right now. You know, and I see something happening in the tournament or something where he doesn't win the title initially. Yeah, I think it'd be too predictable if he wins it initially.
Like it wouldn't be predictable if Brock wins.
No, because I actually think if Cody is in the tournament and he does make it to the finals,
it's more unpredictable if Cody wins.
I actually see Rollins versus Cody 19 in the finals with Rollins winning the title.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I'm just saying, it feels like it would be predictable if Brock won. It would be predictable if it was the opening match, Brock won, and then left so he could jump on a plane, get the fuck out, scream, and cut the check like he did at WrestleMania.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that we don't know. This tournament could be filled with UFC fighters. I mean, the merger will be complete by then. Like, this could be an entire tournament of UFC fighters in wrestling. There's a new era coming. There's going to be weight classes, and there's going to be 18 titles
and rankings
and rankings,
and they'll matter.
And they'll matter.
Unlike AEW, where they really don't. Let's be real.
No, I'm just kidding.
They're still not updated.
Not anymore.
August.
You know, at this point, like even when AEW first started, I didn't even really care about the rankings. Like, I don't even care that they're not using them anymore. Like I feel like, okay, I never cared about them to start with.
I didn't either. I just laugh at people that do, and I like bringing it up. It's fun.
You know, I guess it's just one of those things. Well,
it's just fun.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you guys enjoy the Backlash pay-per-view and you enjoy the amazing watch-along that is going to be coming up very, very shortly after we go off of the air.
Like 15 minutes at this point, folks.
Yes.
Go get your snacks and drinks, get comfy by the couch, throw on your TV, throw something else next to it so you can check us out while we watch Backlash.
I know our boy Devin's going to be there, the tribal chief of podcasting. Yes, I fucking said it, Devin.
Yeah, we're going to have Devin.
He'll be there. Dom's going to be there.
I'm going to make an appearance. I might need a little time in between, but I will be there.
So join the guys as they watch.
We love you too, El Presidente.
Hey.
Sorry.
What up, Ivan? Well, I guess I'll break it down now. There's two places on Facebook that you can find us. Yes, two places. One is Top Rope Wrestling Talk. That is our group. That is where we go in. We have our threads. We have our forums. We post memes, gimmicks, stories, everything. Wendy has her super cool, amazing music league that I am soon to be taking over the #1 ranking on.
Absolutely. I trolled a little bit this week. It was totally worth it.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. So look out in the near future. After this one ends, I will convince her to do another one so we can get more people involved. Because I am definitely having fun.
The playlists that come out of this are banger hits.
Yes, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you totally. You've got no chance now. There's like 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
And
we might let you in on the next one.
Yeah, the other place that you can find us is the Bloodline Entertainment Network Facebook page. That is where you find all of our podcast stuff. You find our stuff. You find Circle of Debate. There's Clark Street, UW Pod. We've got WrestleBread. There's so many wrestling.
The Tim King Show.
Tim King Show. We got Roto Slappers.
We got Graydon coming up with the director's cut.
There's so much. There's just so much to watch.
Guys, we even got the broadcast. We have an Australian family in the Bloodline now.
Yes. Yes, you can find all of that content on there as well. Then you can find us on Twitter at TopRopeWT. Come on, shoot the shit. Ask us questions. Shoot us questions for the show. I mean, As far as us posting on Twitter, it's been a little here and there and spotty. Personal life, we all got jobs and we all got families, and there's a huge, network being launched that is killing it right now.
We're doing the work, y'all. We're doing the work.
They're doing the work. Doing the work. But yeah, shoot us some questions on Twitter if you want, and then you can also find us on Instagram at the Bloodline Network's greatest Instagram handle. Yes, we are the #1 Instagram handle on the Bloodline Network. And put the ones up for our Instagram handle.
Yes,
the ones.
Yes, we the ones. We have the best
With the
Instagram
worst.
handle on the Bloodline Network, and that handle is at top_rope_wrestling_talk. Yes, check us out. We've got all our clips. We have fun. Again, in social media, check us out.
We're there.
Wendy,
Check us out. Bruce?
Wendy,
Bruce,
tell the world the 900 places you can find our back catalog.
you can find our back catalog on anchor.fm/TRWT. From there, you can find us wherever podcasts are freely distributed: Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, all of them. If you want to see these lovely faces and all of our old YouTube episodes, you can find us on the YouTubes at TRWT (A Foxton Joan). And there you can also find, on occasion, our side quest, our side project, our side chick,
quest, I like that.
the Meatheads, featuring our one and only, the Morgue Monster, Morgan. And then you can just see us doing our things there. Dom?
Yes, Grandma.
Fill in the blank on everything else that we may not have discussed yet.
In case you don't know, the first ever Bloodline exclusive podcast is this one right here. So you can follow us and find us wherever you get your social medias, your TikToks, your Instagrams, your Twitters, your Facebooks, your Twitches at the Bloodline ENT. Just come on, whatever you come on, follow us, get the questions in, do what you got to do, catch up on everything Bloodline right there. You can also find all of our previous episodes, audio, video, merch coming at our sexy ass website, which is thebloodlinenetwork.com. And you can catch all of our audio on Spreaker. You can see the link on screen, and it will be in the description of this as well as all the audio episodes. So go there, find your platforms, follow us, rate us, give us good reviews, do whatever you got to do, download that shit. And if you're watching and you haven't yet, hit that like button, ring that fucking bell, subscribe, and get ready, because we're now 10 minutes away from the live watch along. So we got to get the hell up off of here. But you will see me again tonight, folks, soon.
Yes. Wendy.
Bruce?
Huh?
Wendy?
Bruce?
Wendy?
Wendy.
Bruce?
Say it.
Say it.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Dom?
Enjoy Backlash. Enjoy wrestling in general. If it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it.
MJF is a wrestling god. Deuces. Enjoy the pay-per-view.
Bye.
Think about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.